Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome to my blind/first impressions let's play of Drifting Lands, a hybrid action RPG and horizontal shoot 'em up, developed and published by Alkemi. In essence, this is an RPG shmup. As their description in the store goes, this is a Diablo-like game with the mouse-clicking part replaced by a horizontal shmup core gameplay. To accomplish this, missions are randomly generated for replayability. There are over 100 difficulty levels, whatever that means. There are many different active and passive abilities. Item generation is complex enough to allow for many different items with different stats and or abilities, so just like Diablo and many other ARPGs like Path of Exile. And there are 3 main ship classes to choose from. Now, this is first and foremost an action RPG. So a combination of sufficient player skill and proper equipment and powers will be needed to succeed. Over the course of this Let's Play, I'll see how much this game succeeds at being an ARPG and shmup. I do like my ARPGs after all, especially because of the item and skill customization. Now, as a word of disclosure, I received a key from the developer to cover this game. Also, as this is a blind Let's Play, I apologize in advance for any dumb mistakes or false evaluations I make over the course of this LP. I'm very likely to make this. So without further ado, let's begin. Before that, let's take a look at the settings. My apologies there. So I'm going to be using the mouse and keyboard. Although the gamepad is better, I'll be using mouse and keyboard to see how it works. So to move around, you just use the arrow keys. And in order to fire, I decided to bind it, well, I think it may be a better idea if I could... Nah, I can't really bind it that way, unfortunately. So I guess it'll be a better idea if I just use WASD. Mouse sensitivity is a little bit lower than what I would expect, but it works. That's not what I meant, oops. At least it allows me to rebind multiple keys at once and then I can fix it. And meanwhile, for these keys, or at least for everything else, I can just use extra buttons for the skills. At least it corresponds directly. And to fire, well, Sure, I'll just use right control because it's right next to the arrow keys. It's a little bit of a strange setup, but it'll work. At least for me. And I want to set the retreat button far away so I don't accidentally retreat from battles that I don't want to. I do wish I could just use the mouse for moving around, my ship that is, but oh well. Maybe I can actually, but I'm just making a mistake. Alright, here also everything with the display, sound options, gameplay. I'll turn off the ship hitbox for now, but I suppose if you play in higher difficulty settings or with more risky setups, you would want to do this. After all, this follows a lot of shmup traditions in the fact that your ship's hitbox is smaller than your ship's actual display. Or sprite. Okay, let's begin. We have 2 modes. We have normal mode and forgiving mode. Normal mode is the normal experience of the game as it was designed originally. A mix of accessible progression with a few touches of punitive penalties if you decide to take risks. There is no permadeath, but you'll somewhat regularly lose some items or even complete ships on a few occasions if you take high risks. Whereas in forgiving mode, nothing will be lost permanently, but you'll have to pay a lot of fees to repair broken items for a high price. I want to play with the game's intended experience, so normal mode, but I do appreciate that Alkemi actually gave a forgiving mode for those who don't like it, or don't want to risk normal mode. I would like a permadeath mode, but we'll see if that gets unlocked. And we have 3 classes. We have the Interceptor, the Marauder, and Sentinel. Interceptors are extremely fast ships with low resistance, aka defense, and very high firepower. You should start with an Interceptor only if you're familiar and comfortable with shoot 'em ups. Now, its main statistics is navigation, or really speed, and it has the best firepower, but of course, because it only has 2 armor plate slots, it's really risky to play this. It's mainly designed for shmup veterans, and this is the only and you can never beat someone, a very veteran player with an Interceptor with any of the other classes. This is the best for expert players. Marauders are intermediate ships with average resistance and firepower. If you're doing okay in arcade games but you want to start slow, maybe Marauders should be your first choice. So it's basically jack of all trades, master of none. We have 3 armor plate slots. I don't know why there's an extra space over here. But you have medium amount of firepower and medium amount of armor. So I'll be picking this ship. Last but not least are the Sentinels. They're extremely tough ships, they are very slow, but they take a lot more damage than the other two classes. A correct understanding of the capacity of their ship and a patient accumulation of loot should allow you to overcome all difficulties. So this ship's main statistic or thing that makes it special is that it has 4 armor slots, so very high armor but low weaponry or attack power. So this is more for casual players or people who want to be more careful. And with this, equipment is much more important. In general, the Interceptor promotes more skilled play, and the Sentinel promotes more equipment-based or proper allocation of skills, where the Marauder is in the middle tier. So I'll pick the Marauder. By the way, you can actually switch your ships in the future, so if you do want to change your gameplay to Interceptor if you feel like you're cocky enough or skilled enough, go do that. Otherwise, you can switch to Sentinel if you feel like the game's getting too difficult. But as I said, I'm going to be going for the Marauder. Yes, let's do the tutorial. And let's just hope that nothing goes wrong during the recording. In the middle of nowhere, far in the lost quarter. Oh, hey, Tor. Yeah, and also I forgot to mention, in the shop description, this isn't the typical heroic fantasy. This seems to be a little bit of a different story. Something about a quarantine. Okay, I guess we're a pilot or something. And we've been locked in here for days for some reason. Redemption? What crimes did we commit? Okay, let's see that. Okay, so we have a patch to get our ship or something. Well, that explains why our basic ship is so terrible or something, or will be. Something about council and whatnot, and we have to clean up their mess. Well, we're getting started right into the fray or something. It'll be interesting to see how the story progresses in this game, considering how it's not conventional. Oh yeah, nice warning about SHMUP tactics. Stay away from the corners of the screen, because enemies can rush in from any point. Let's do this. Alright, here's our ship, on the left over there. Let's see, yeah, we can move with the... Oh, that was my mistake. I was not really... Okay, I have my abilities on the bottom. Okay, and I have a spread shot of swords, and I can quickly fix damage when necessary. Okay, press... Well... That's my right click ability. It's basically my right arrow ability here. So make sure to use it as often as you can, especially during boss fights. On the top we have our number of credits, bottom we have our health, and on the bottom right we have mana or something, or energy. Here are first then a set of enemies. Oh, on the bottom we have a special cannon or something. Okay, we can use our flame blade by pressing down, and it basically fires a short range blade. Okay, good enough. As long as we have energy, keep using our skills. Okay, and our energy meter always slowly regenerates over time. Neat. Okay, fairly easy for now. Okay, we're getting attacked by behind now, as expected. Never stay too close to the border of the screen. I suppose I'll make that mistake sometime during this LP, I'm sure of it. I'll forget what that meant. I'll forget that instruction. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to recover my ship to full, too. Alright, tutorial has been completed. It's a little bit disorienting that some of the rocks come right in front of my ship. Alright, let's complete the mission. I see, we have to go to the right of the screen for that. As I was saying, it's a little bit distracting seeing those rocks come in right over the screen, but oh well. It's alright, at least you equipped us with a repair tool. And the enemies weren't really that bad. But it's interesting seeing we've been introduced to 3 characters, Tor, Susan, and Sven. So we have Mechanic, the leader, and the councilwoman. Fair enough. Okay, commanding officer. Okay. We can access different locations by clicking on the doors. Please note you can also just use the in-game navigation menus if you really want to. Let's check out the news. Oh, I'm also using the press release, so I have the full game. Okay, we also can learn more if you really want to. Oh, and this leads up to the in-game help menu. Fair enough. Let's see, this leads to the hangar, the marketplace, leaderboards. They're doing a good job as well. It'll be interesting seeing how I rank up to that. But I'll take a look at the leaderboards in more detail later. Let's go to the command center first before I go back to the fray. Okay then, who's Shen? Oh, I think he meant Susan. Redemption? It's interesting seeing what the enemy factions are. Okay. I suppose they're one of the enemy factions, but I'm curious if this is one of those games where we start out as one of the bad guys, or both of the sides are morally grey. Okay, so mission selection screen. So we have a choice of 10 grades of difficulty. So grade 1's the easiest difficulty, and grade 10's the most dangerous one. So here's the world of the Lost Quarter. It looks like a rather fractured world. And we can use the left RB. We can use the mouse to basically scroll around this place. Oh, and here's a detail of what grade 1 entails. 100 to 200% enemy damage, toughness is 100 to 300%, reward 100% of 145%. I won't go there just yet because I want to visit the hangar. Let's see what the hangar has to entail. Yeah, my apologies, but I think I would blame more Susan or Tor for that. I don't think he got enough time for this. Fair enough. I wonder what would happen if this ship gets destroyed. Do you immediately get booted back to your last save? Oh yeah, after all, this has Diablo or ARPG item generation or item drop, so you should always check what items you get. I'm not going to be switching to another ship right now. And of course, using that, wow, there's a lot of help items coming. Thank you, game. Alright, new ship. We always start with a new ship. The first, a lot of different skills, so we can switch our ship at any time by using the change ship option over here. So the standard Interceptor, but of course we can't really purchase it right now because we don't have enough money. Oh, we can't switch, but eventually if we get enough money, we will be able to switch to the other classes. The next thing I'll go for is, like, the Premium Marauder, of course, because it is better. And we can see what stats it'll give. But I'll look at that soon enough. Let me just look at the base Marauder first. So the first 3 attributes we can allocate are going to be the free one. Let's see what these do. Health, armor, structure, power, skill power, navigation, weapon damage. Oh, that's what. It's a little bit odd. I would think power would be attack power. So structure is basically like health and armor, power is health and skills, and navigation is attack power. Let's go for navigation for now. Okay, so that answers my earlier question. If we lose all of our ships, we'll get a basic hull, but we'll need to run a lot of missions to get back. And these missions will always be there. Okay, and the escape skill will automatically hit backspace for us. But eventually we will have to take it out if we want to get better skills, of course. Oh, and we can purchase and buy skills for our ships right over here. Yeah, I will keep a repair skill for now, but as you get more and more skilled, I suppose you want more offensive and defensive abilities. Boy, we're getting bombarded with a lot of tutorials here. So we have basic active skills, advanced active skills, and automatic skills, so they will automatically trigger under specific conditions. Let's see here, blade skills are like the flame blade. Oh, and we unlock each new tiers of each skill by upgrading to newer grades. Well, that's a nice way of difficulty progression. Burn everything. We have the bubble skill. We already have the self-powered bubble. Oh, so it regenerates energy. Nice. Yeah, from what I've heard, or at least what I see in the description, there are over 70 powers, passive and active, so it'll be interesting seeing how much it takes from other games. Let's see, let's put it over here on the left side. Oh, and you can only equip one skill per family, but there are 5 families at least, but they're active ones too. And we have hull patch and everything else. Oh, and this one ignores collisions entirely. Interesting, so we can dash in any direction. Oh, so this will fire straight? Okay, so we have, this will change our weapon, this will change the, it'll slow down stuff, so time slow. This will affect ring, mines, and spear. Interesting, so these are for more specialized, but after all, we only have a choice between 4. And the other skills go in here. Okay, killing streak will increase the amount of money we get. Okay, invulnerability, but our focus score will be decreased by 2. Ah, nice, there are a lot of interesting skills we have available, but... Let's go for conflagration. Do we have enough money? Yes, I do. And let's put it up here. I'll be focusing a little bit more on damage because I can, but in the future I want to be a little bit more cautious. Alright, let's see here. We got all of our skills equipped. We have all our stats attributes allocated. Okay, here are all of our stats for the ship, the basic Marauder. So we have health regen, shield regen, and shield cooldown. Good, I love that there are a lot of stats we can change. Energy regen, max focus level, whatever that means. That's resources. Defense. So we have weapon, this is offense. Weapon DPS, okay, pretty good. Weapon damage, this is, I think this is affected by navigation. Critical hit, critical damage, whoa. We can even modify the critical damage multiplier, nice. And attack speed. Defensive, armor, retreat time, so I suppose we need to... Okay, so we can't instantly retreat with our basic set of gear. We have to be careful because if we take another hit while we're under 5 seconds, we'll die. Here are all the 4 elemental types. Aura, plasma, magnetic, and antimatter. Skill power is it's nice. I suppose it'd be higher with the other ship. And credits earned and maximum... Okay. I do love that we have a lot of stats we can change up. Bravo to the game already. And here are our pieces of equipment that we can change. Just like an RPG, we can upgrade, we can slot stuff in. So let's take a look. We have yeah, our basic gear is pretty bad actually. It's all weathered stuff. We were pulled into the fray pretty fast, so I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, let's start out from here. We started with a weathered engine. Okay. And as you can see here, we have basic attribute requirements for each of our equipment, and we need to raise our attributes in order to get better gear, of course. Weathered pure cell, that affects our skill power, everything affects armor. This is our thrusters. Oh, and we have our hold as well. Oh, neat. We can actually equip a weathered minigun, but unfortunately I forgot to upgrade my power level. So I'll have to wait for a while before I upgrade my skills again, and then I'll get more power. I will try, throughout this LP, I'll try attempt to use a lot of different types of weapons, but I'll probably settle on a few of them. So weathered energy shield, that'll be really important, especially for the Sentinel. A triple Gatling gun, nice, that's my main weapon. I will be upgrading that first, as well as my shield, and probably my hull. But I suppose the weapon is much more important for, of course, the Interceptor. Weathered power plate. Oh, and we're missing our 3rd slot of armor. I suppose we only started with 2 because, of course, the Interceptor only starts with 2. But I will have to get another one very soon if I want to survive better. So once again, really like how we have a lot of choice over our stats, skills, attributes, equipment. So really fulfilling the ARPG part. So bravo to Alkemi. Let's go to the market now. I already checked out the leaderboards. Oh hey Isaac. So I suppose this is the place to get more stuff. Basically equipment, skills, well mainly equipment. And we have a little commune we're in. I wonder if we're winning the war, or losing the war, or so-so. Oh, and we can turn any of our equipment items into a blueprint for a larger price. I suppose that'll be really useful for randomly generated items or equipment that are really good. I won't take the weathered heavy engine because it'll reduce my weapon power. Oh, okay, I see which ones are which. This is a little bit special for some reason. I'll buy it anyway, why not? Yeah, each of these are for different classes. This is for the Interceptor, this is for the Marauder, this is for the Sentinel. Which one is mine? Oh, okay, mine is the weathered pure cell. Oh, and we have infinite uses for. We can purchase an infinite amount of the basic one, so we can mix and match between each of the classes. Nice. I'm going for pure skills, so I'm gonna ignore those. Oh, wow. We have a choice between this many starting weapons. Oh, sorry. That's amazing. I would expect that we have to go through missions first, but apparently from the start we can choose our customizer weapon now. So we already have the triple spread shot or triple Gatling. Oh, and we have a lot of choices between whether we want dual Gatling, which has more DPS, weathered minigun. Yeah, definitely several pluses to the game already. Railgun. Unfortunately, I can only equip one weapon at a time for this ship at least. So let's see here, this is a physical weapon, this is a plasma weapon, this is physical, this is magnetic. Let's go for dual Gatling, I would like more damage. Let's put this off first. Oh yeah, it's also warning me that if I go into a mission, I'll have no weapon. There we go. That should give me a lot more damage. Once again, I really like that we are able to mix and match items from different ship classes. Oh, and I see that heavy armor also reduces my DPS or navigation. Let's put this out. I want a little bit more damage. I will take some negatives in terms of my shield, but it's fine. Let's see, sorry for spending a lot of time with in the shops. I would really like to see how much customizability I have before I go back into the mission. After all, this is an ARPG first and foremost, and one of the important things there is buying and selling the proper equipment, gearing up, and getting the proper skills, and this game is already fulfilling that really heavily. Oh yeah, no wonder. Let me sell off, how do I sell this off? Oh, that's how you do it. And of course we can repurchase items if we really want to, but I'm going to be equipping all this stuff. Now I'm back at full armor. Helmet, CPU, buyback. I suppose the helmet and CPU I'll eventually get back in the future. I already checked out the leaderboards and whatever else, and wow, we can even get up to 20 difficulty. That's kind of crazy. I didn't expect that to happen. And we have no time to lose. First blood, living on the edge, minefield, crystal cracker, big game hunting. I didn't expect there to be difficulties going for 20, but I suppose that's an unlockable. Probably when you complete 10. Alright then, let's finally go on to the next mission. Smokescreen. Duration short. Engage enemy troops as far away from the arc as possible. Draw them away from our position. Oh, and we'll get conflagration, which I already purchased. Fair enough. And that's a smart decision. Make sure you have enough to upgrade the new one first. When it says A, it actually means left click. When it said A, it meant A on your key, on your controller. Let's begin. Oh, yeah, that's... Yeah, we're getting attacked by all different directions, of course. I should have known. Yeah, things are ramping up already. And we have the bubble shield, which I should be using more often once I see enemies who are going to be firing at me. Once again, those rocks flying in front of me are a little bit distracting, unfortunately. Oh, I see. As I hold down the button a little bit, for longer and longer, the spread increases a lot more, so I see why the DPS becomes less of an issue. It becomes more of an issue at longer ranges. I'm fine with that. Whoa, that was bad. I do like the screen shake as well. It really adds a sense of oomph against all these enemies. Where is that? Okay, bubble shield. I was getting a little bit... I'll have to reconfigure where all my equipment pieces are. Where's my bubble shield? With my left ability. Oh, and on the top right we can actually see which phases the mission we're at. In this weapon you have to tap fire a little bit more. That's fine. Oh, and we also have a shield before our health starts taking damage. Oh, whoa. Okay, I thought they were coming right for me. In reality, they were just behind me. And for every enemy we destroy, we get a lot of credits. Boy, we have at least 5,000 credits now. We can purchase a lot of things in the shop. Oh, and our shield slowly regenerates over time too. That was an easy mission, but after all, it's a difficulty 1 mission, tier 1. Oh, and for getting some extra stuff. Oh. Okay, group first, so the community gets the lion's shares of your earnings. Oh, I thought at first we were going to get all this money, it was crazy, but no, we only get 10% for now. I suppose we get a lot more money over time as we get better and better higher tiers, so we get better shares as we become more skilled pilots. Fair enough, after all, this is a starved location. And we can retry the mission, but as it's procedure generated, we'll get a different set of enemies. How do we get more attributes over time anyway? Oh, I see. We get more attributes by spending money. I completely glossed over that in the tutorial. My mistake. So let's see here. Let's use the minigun for a change, just to see how it works. The weather dual Gatling gun is pretty good, but you can't really constantly fire it. You basically can't keep firing it without the shot spread getting a lot more crazy, but I think we can fix that in the future. And of course, for every time we upgrade it, it costs more and more over time. And now we're finally getting more items. I really should be allocating more stuff into strength, though. Or power, I mean. See, how much money do I have? Okay, I have that. Well, I should be dumping everything I have in the hangar first. I mean, all the equipment in the hold, which I apparently didn't get anything. Alright, let's go on another mission. Let's see what we have in the command center. We already completed this mission, Smokescreen, so let's go through Smokescreen number 2. So for these sets of missions, we're basically trying to protect the Ark by engaging enemies as far as possible, so I suppose those are the weak ones. Okay, if we replace automatic retreat by any other automatic skills, we're basically playing as hardcore mode, because if we die, well, we lose our ship. Okay, let's go. Oh, nice. Of course, the minigun becomes more inaccurate over time, so I gotta be cautious. At least I can also see how much damage I'm doing for each of my skills. Also, I should be using my skills more often because my energy regenerates pretty fast. It's my fault, though, for forgetting to use it. It's my experience from other games where skills are a lot more powerful and less spammable, but here... I have to retake my usual thoughts on how shmups work, where skills are like emergency buttons you use in case of in bad situations. But in this game, well, you should be spamming the skills more than anything else, instead of just waiting for them in emergency moments. At least for most of the skills in this game. And of course, as I take more and more damage, I lose my bonuses. Ow, that's my fault. So I need to rethink my usual thoughts on shmups and go into more action RPG mindset where skills are supposed to be spammed and whatnot. Whoa, that's a lot of enemies at once. Oh, things are... Oh boy. Should be using flame lance more. Yeah, it's getting a little bit hectic planning where everything is. This game can become like a bullet hell of sorts over time.
Skill not ready.
And as I said near the beginning, I will be keeping this repair skill equipped, mainly because I think I'm going to die a lot more without it. But I suppose as I get more and more skill at this game, I'll switch it out for something else. Oh, I really do like the conflagration skill because I can basically go up to enemies and blow them up. Also nice that we have enemies flying in between and behind us. Really adds like a sense of depth. Also, I really like that we have a meter on the top right showing how close we are to finishing the level and whatnot. Oh, on the bottom right we have the combo meter, that's what it is. Fair enough. We earned 990, almost 1,000 credits. I suppose if we really wanted to, we could replay the mission. Let's see, did we get any... Okay, we got simple dash, which I won't worry about right now. Okay, up and down will be my attack buttons, left will be my defense button, right will be my repair button. Wow. Is there a way to get everything up there? I don't think so, unfortunately. There are a lot of good stuff that I'm missing because I don't have enough. Oh, SDR is structure, not strength. My mistake. Yeah, I keep thinking it's strength based off other RPGs, but here is structure. Structure is more like constitution, navigation is more like strength in this game. But I think I'll be enjoying this game throughout the rest of this LP. After all, I will be LPing this game to the end and probably show off some secrets. And I will be constantly switching between weapons until I get some better weapon skills and whatnot. Structure it is. See here, let's get out of the hold. Where is this going to? Oh, it goes there. Weathered pure cell, let's see here. Oh, it goes right in the same place too. Oh, okay, I see, I need to unequip it. Oh, if I don't have an energy item, I can't use my skills. That's a good warning. Oh, let's see here. This one, let's see, I want to get a better skill power, but I need more power, so let's upgrade this. After all, I use my skills frequently, and I suppose that'll increase my repair rate and whatnot. Sure, let's see, we have the wave gatling or we have the dual gatling. I haven't tried the wave gatling, so let's go with that for now. And I'll probably solve all this extra stuff in the next part. I'll lose some navigation, but it's fine. I'll take some more armor for now. Alright, let's go on one more mission, then I'll end off this part. Oh, never mind then. Let's see, the Ark isn't safe anymore. Shen? It's Susan, I suppose that's a translation issue. Something about the rift. It's intriguing what this game is about. I suppose we're kind of in a losing side of the battle against the Redemption. Something about a council and what else? Oh, I suppose those are all the scout drones we were facing, and it's going to get a lot tougher soon. Of course, it's not easy to get out of here because of all those rocks. Oh. Okay then. Well, we're getting attacked right now, it seems. Also nice, also like the nice 2.5D graphics, well 3D graphics, 2.5D perspective. That looks a little bit worrisome. Normally I would go to this mission right now, but it's a long mission, so... You know what? I'll just go for it. This first part of this LP will be a lot longer than the other ones. In the future, each part of this LP will be about 30 minutes long. But for the first episode, for a change, I'll do buying some time. I'll go up to 40-45 minutes. Oh, thank you for reference to Diablo 1 and 2. But I'm a little bit suspect there'll still be one. Okay, on the top right we can see that this is definitely a longer mission. Let's do it. Let's save the Ark. Okay, here's the Wave Gatling. Of course, just like the rest of the Gatlings, the amount of spread increases over time. Oh, and there's a combo meter on the bottom right, I suppose. Should be using my weapons more often, though. I keep forgetting. I have more than one. Once again, I have to rethink my thoughts on shmups overall, if I'm going to get really skilled at this game. The enemies right now aren't too difficult, but after all, this is tier 1 of the difficulty settings. I think things are going to ramp up really fast in the next few parts, that's for sure. And I'm going to start dying a lot more, I suppose. I want to get as much credits as possible. After all, it's my main chance for getting more gear. Oh boy, here they come. These insects, or whatever these droids are supposed to be called. Bubble shield. Isn't too bad now. Oh, that's... all these seekers are coming after me now. It's a little bit hard to see, but at least you have enough night time to get by them. I can imagine how much tougher their higher tier brethren are going to be. Now we have all these bombs. Wonderful. And they will detonate if I get too close to them as well. Just like that. And of course we have all these... Okay, we can at least roughly see where the life bars are at the top of them. And these actually drop mines. Wonderful. Oh, we're done. I think we are done. Oh, we can do a manual retreat right now, or we can complete the mission for extra rewards. I'll do some extra rewards, why not? Might as well get more extra credits. But things are going to get a lot more tougher from here on out. It shouldn't be too bad, I hope. Nah, I'll go for a little bit longer. I want to see what's on the top right. I'll probably get scolded, but hey, at least we'll have a mini-boss fight. Oh, that's what those markers are, attention markers on the top. Those are mini-boss fights. Once again, I really like that we have a map screen showing what we're going to be facing soon. Okay, mini-boss number 1 has been destroyed. I'm praising this game a lot, that's for sure, especially its ARPG elements, as well as all of the shmup elements. And I think it's going to become one of my favorite shmups of the year. Speaking as someone who doesn't really play that many shmups, mainly because of the difficulty, and the fact that many of them are just bullet hells. Oh wow, these actually lock onto you. Okay, now these blow up into spread shots. At least I have a bubble shield. If I had a different type of item, this would have been a lot more scary. Oh well, whoa, that's bad. I thought I had my skill. Bubble shield now. I need to tap fire this more often. Well, yeah, the difficulty is certainly picking up. I probably should have picked a front-facing weapon. Did it just escape? Oh, it did. Well, we have a time limit for those, apparently. Okay, it automatically did it. So we have a time limit for some of these boss fights. Let's get out of here. We got some extra credits, but we're going to be scolded for being a hero. I suppose in future missions it'll become more and more difficult to do this. Nice. So we're out of here, I suppose. So do we have any new missions? Oh, nice. But I'll be covering Welcome to the Rift in the next part. So to summarize my first impressions in the first part, I'm really liking how this game is going. I really like how much skill, equipment, ability customization there is, and how you can really tweak each of your ships to your own benefit, and you can mix and match stuff. Plus there's a lot of different ship classes for supporting different playstyles, and it doesn't really feel too harsh like a lot of permadeath shmups. It feels like a more gradual pace. And it allows for many players at different skill levels of shmups to enjoy the game. Like if you're not that skilled, you can just use the Sentinel and slowly grab better and better gear, upgrade yourself, level up, or stat up, and then get to the levels. Or you can play as a much more risky veteran shmup player and use an Interceptor, get much better firepower and complete the game much faster, as well as get higher scores. So I do like the ARPG elements, and the shmup elements of the game are really snappy, really like the physics, really like the explosions and how each environment feels dynamic. But we'll see in the future how much these ARPG elements and shmup elements are taken. Well then, thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Toodles!